Hi everyone, Dr. Smita here and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all staying indoors, practicing good hygiene and taking care of yourselves. So today's topic is about screen time and kids, and I think this is something which many of us have been waiting for because most of the viewers have suggested that I make a video on this, and especially because of the COVID and pandemic situation and the schools going digital, the screen time exposure has tremendously increased in our kids. And even without the pandemic, I feel that over the last decade or so, technology and media has advanced so much that our kids have easy access to phones and tablets and TVs, and hence the exposures have increased a lot. So in this video, I'll be giving you an overview of what are the rules for screen time in kids and what are its ill effects if the exposure has increased, and of course try and give you some pointers as to how you can make the most of it, or at least try to decrease the amount of exposure that your kids have. So let's begin with having a quick look at the rules. So let's see what are the rules for screen time viewing in children set by the American Academy of Pediatrics. So according to it, in children less than 2 years, there should be no screen time, absolutely no screen time. In children of 2 to 5 years, the screen time should be limited to less than 1 hour per day, or rather not more than 1 hour, and that too it should include as much as quality and educational value of videos rather than just song and dance or cartoons and stuff. And in older children, you have to set the time limit, and it should be consistent for each day. So one day they can't be watching 1 hour and the other day they're watching 2 hours, and things like that. Also make sure that you co-view the TV or screen when your child is watching, and especially in the younger child, because that way you will be monitoring what they are getting exposed to, because these days media is filled with so much violence and vulgar stuff that you do not want your child to be impressioned or exposed to it at a very young age itself. Another important thing is that do not allow screen time before 1 hour of your sleep. That is, if they're going to sleep or bed by 10 o'clock, there should be no TV from 8:30 or 9 p.m. because this hinders with the sleep also. And the last thing that I think is very relevant these days, and even most of us end up doing, and to be frank even I end up doing, is that do not make screen time as a part of supervision for your kids less than 5 years of age. So if you are doing some house chore and your child is not letting you do, either you involve them along with you, or you wait for them to fall asleep or somebody else to take care and finish the job, rather than putting them in front of the screen and finishing your job. So now that we've seen the rules, let's have a look at what all ill effects excessive screen time can cause in your kids. So first of all, if your child is the one who has their food in front of the TV, they try to either undereat or overeat, and it both leads to malnourishment. And if your child goes on to become obese, it is a precursor for problems like hypertension and diabetes, not just in adults but also in the adolescent is an increasing problem these days. Secondly, they can lead to vision disturbances in the long run. Third is that they cause a lot of sleep disturbances in kids, especially in the younger kids, and that is why we've mentioned that prior to sleep time there should be no TV, at least for in the gap of 1 hour. Fourth is that children try to imitate whatever they see on screen right from the toddler age. So what happens is that if they're exposed to a lot of TV or even violent content, they tend to develop an antisocial behavior, an aggressive nature, and it can lead to behavioral problems. And in the long run, as they grow older, they can lead to parental child conflict in the house also. Lastly, if your child is always glued on to the TV, they do not go out and play, they do not develop their motor skills, and even their people skills or social interaction skills is decreased, and it can lead to language and speech problems also. And many kids, they have an attention deficit problem, and because of excessive screen viewing, and we feel that we are making them watch just educational videos, for younger kids I'm talking, but that is not a substitute for your outdoor play. So these are some of the bad effects that your child faces if they have a lot of screen time exposure. Now, in older children, when you monitor the screen time, as I earlier mentioned, you can also make sure that it is positive screen time. And by positive screen time, I mean that it's either educational or of creative value. So, for example, you can make them read an ebook, or write a blog, or write an essay, or watch some inspirational videos, or learn a new language, or learn a new recipe if they are interested in cooking, or learn some music, or learn to sketch or paint, and even make some videos and edit a video as part of some, say, school project or something. So these ways you can modify your screen time, rather than them just watching baseless TV programs, and which is of absolutely no educational value. So now we've come to the million-dollar question: is how to keep your children away from screen time. So first thing that you need to know is that children learn from the parents and adults around them. So you have to model good screen behavior, set an example for them. That is, whenever you are with your family in your meal times or tea times or in your family discussions, keep your phones and screens on silent mode, and do not keep on checking them every 2 minutes. Second is encourage other activities and model and suggest healthy alternatives as a parent. So if they do not see you involved in an outdoor play, or reading a book, or engaging in some hobby, they are not going to do the same. So practice whatever you preach, and this starts right from the very young age. Even a toddler, if they always see you hooked onto your screen or your television whenever they are awake, they are also going to practice the same. Third is make sure that each day has the same amount of screen usage for your child as well as family. Maybe you can have a little more amount of screen usage on weekends or on holidays, but that should not be a routine, and always turn off the television whenever it's not in use, so that they are not children are not distracted. And especially during meal times, keep television dining area as far as possible separate, provided your house allows you to do that. And fifth is be a good observer, listener, and ask your children about your day-to-day activities and get involved with them. This is especially with the older kids and adolescents, because when you don't talk to them, they become reserved and they resort to screen time to hide away the pain, or whatever their the changes that they are going through. And if you are involved in their children's day-to-day activities, you can also encourage good mental health in adolescents and adults. And apart from all this, become media literate, because each day technology is changing and you have to remain up to date, so that you can monitor what your child is getting exposed to. So with this we come to the end of our video, and I know it's very difficult to completely avoid TV, mobile and screens in this digital age, because even we adults are always hooked onto it. But what we can do is we can inculcate good healthy habits in our kids right from the beginning, and encourage them and motivate them to spend more time in outdoor plays and their hobbies, rather than just getting hooked onto the screen. And as they grow older, we monitor what they're watching, because if we start right from the beginning, they themselves will become disciplined to do this. And it's not something which we can achieve in a day or two. It's a long process, and I'm sure after seeing this video, we all will start taking these baby steps from today, including me, of course. And if you found this video informative, please do like and share on YouTube. Until I'm back with another informative video, thank you and take care.